Hello boys and girls, and welcome to a brand new video. On a request of a customer, the car was sanded using a dry sanding method in order to remove the orange peel from the car. We used the rotary machine to perform this process. We used Kovac sanding papers granulated at 1000, 1500 and 2000. So please stay tuned if you want to find out what to do after you've sanded the paint in order to avoid any possible difficulties. There are some instances where after sanding the clear coat and washing the car, you might see some traces of the sanding process itself. So to avoid this from happening, I will show you the method that I use. To degrease the surface after usage of any wax, I use a medical alcohol of 96%. This alcohol is diluted with distilled water. For the jobs of this magnitude, as in sanding the clear coat from the paint, I use a ratio of 40% alcohol and 60% distilled water. I only degrease while the paint is still warm, or as they say, while the paint is still open. This way I will see if there is any imperfection from the sanding process, as they will appear easier on the warm paint. However, using the Kovac sanding papers, I avoided these issues. However, this depends also on the user, more detailed, how they actually use the papers, how much pressure they applied to it, etc. Keep in mind that whenever you use paste, use very little of it, and always do smaller segments so that you can monitor what is happening on the surface. Also keep in mind that these edges require extra care so that you would avoid rubbing the paint down. Avoid applying strong pressure because it is completely unnecessary. Only light pressure is enough to get the job done. Even though at this point the paint looks very nice indeed, trust me, you have to continue with the process. So apply some paste again and continue the work. Do not degrease the paste before you continue. Just carry on. After you finish polishing the surface, take the microfiber cloth and wipe off the excess paste. Now, take the alcohol and apply it to the surface. I use the alcohol to degrease, it is my favorite method. But make sure that you do not wipe immediately. Let it stay on for a little while so that it gathers everything and bonds it to itself before you wipe off. So let's see what we got. So as you can see here, per the request of the customer, the orange peel has been removed. Maybe there's just a slight bit of it somewhere. But let's turn on the light and see in detail. So now you can actually see that after using the rotary polisher with the wool pad, there's really nothing left. The paint is as clear as the glass. So what you see here is the result after using the hard cut paste. This is the most important process, the first step. And we will continue with this process after I finish the rest of this fender. after we finished using the hard cut paste on the wool pad on the rotary machine, we will now move on to the medium paste, again on the rotary machine. So as before with the hard cut paste, the medium paste is also applied very sparsely on the pad, and then evenly apply it on the surface that you're going to polish. Now, as far as the rotary machine is concerned, the speed that you want to use is between 800 and 1000 RPM. After you finish this process, again degrease the surface and use a dual action machine in order to prevent any holograms on the paint job. As before, apply your degreasant, in this case alcohol, let it sit for a while, let it bond with the impurities and the grease, and then take your microfiber cloth and wipe it off. Make sure not to apply almost any pressure while wiping off the residue. The pressure is really not necessary. And only now, after we finish the wiping process, we take the lamp and see the fruits of our labor. So this is the result we get after the correction, and this is what that looks like under the inspection lamp. Of course, the final step after this step is to do the process again using the dual action machine, just to make sure that you leave no holograms behind you. What we will do now is look at this car and its paint and our results in sunlight. My oh my, ain't this a beautiful thing? Well, guys, I do hope you liked the video. Make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. Hit the bell or icon in order to get further notifications when we release new videos. And until next time, stay safe, take care, and goodbye, boys and girls.